cloud. Here we go. Okay, again, someone needs to get a job for at Zoom to make that voice more relatable and personable. What is up? Hello. My name is Siobhan O'Loughlin. I'm so happy to be here with you all in the evening hours here at Edge Studio. And by at Edge Studio, I really just mean, on Zoom, on the internet, which is like honestly a place I really like to be. Welcome, welcome. So, okay, where am I today? You know what, Michael, my friend said that he needs an app to understand where I am. I join you from New York City in this present moment, actually. So it actually is dark outside as I'm zooming. So, oh, tribe, yes, Leslie. I'm not going to take credit for that. One of our special guests, I was like, give me requests, and he was like, tribe called quest, and I was like, are you down? Like, should we do like, can I kick it? He was like, yeah. So, good vibes, good energy from my people. Welcome, welcome. So, give us a shout out and hello. So we are having a party. I would have dressed better. Yes, please. Let's plan one of those where it's just like all play. That's like I need more of that in my life. Yeah, so join me in the chat. As you will probably notice, you all are muted. It's not because I don't love you. I do. It's just that I gotta pay attention to. I'm here on a mission to highlight some incredible and lovely and charming people. I just spent some minutes with them figuring a bunch of things out, and you will love them as much as I have already decided I do. And yes, okay, we got Pittsburgh in the house. We got Detroit. We got Raleigh, North Carolina. I do love the Carolinas, actually. I appreciate the mighty Midwest and the Bay Area. Hello. Obi-Wan, very good. You are in like outer space, I feel like. We got Massachusetts, NYC, Boston, Miami. Hello, Ohio. Okay, we love to see it. Maybe there's some internationals with us up late or early or whatever time we Atlanta. Very, very, very good. So appreciate this. Long Beach, Chicago. So what we're doing tonight here at Edge Studio is first of all vibing, obviously, but then secondly, we're here as a community. So this is a free event that we started, I think, in maybe February, with the intention just to like learn from each other and talk about the spaces that we occupy and work in, so that we can be inspired, motivated, and educated based on the experiences that we all are going through. Because I gotta say, I'm like I get stressed out by doing voiceover. I get stressed out by all of the things that are involved in voiceover. So if you're like, oh, that's me and this like super stresses me out, then I relate to you. So please, you know, I thank you for being here with us, and I'm so glad that you've chosen to spend your time with us, in this way. The one of the first things I want to do is a little bit of housekeeping. As you can see, I'm kind of like multitasking because that's what I do. But we've got some good stuff going on at Edge Studio. If you are totally new to voiceover, then thanks for being here. This is the right thing to do to start yourself off by, learning from other people, particularly folks like the friends we have tonight who are just like so generous in sharing their spaces with us. We got some good stuff. I almost said whatever I said, but we got some good stuff happening at Edge. This is the link tree. It's got all of our very good links to very good things. And in particular, I want to highlight two classes for you. We have a luxury versus everyday voiceover workshop taught by my friend James Andrews. The purpose of this class is to help you book those fancy gigs because you fancy. So book it. So that's a workshop taught by James. He's a real gentleman and a scholar. And he's also teaching a key to commercial. So a really specific commercial audition class. And that says waiting room participants, but hopefully that's just everyone in the meeting. So, okay, if you didn't get that one, I'm going to send that again. I'm clearly been zooming for years and like who knows. So check out these are our specialty classes coming up. They are awesome because James Andrews is awesome. Also, I'm gonna drop this in the chat as well, which is, oh, where is it? Okay, wait, maybe I'll get it in a minute. I want you to participate in the home studio show and tell. So if you are like, oh, this seems so cool and interesting and I want to do it too, then I want you to reach out to me and join. Here it is. This form is where you can fill it out so you can get in touch with moi, and then I can showcase you and your space and your glory in this session. So the way this is going to work, we have two amazing guests who are generously giving us their time. to just show you what they're working with. I'm going to interview them a little bit, talk about who they are, what they do, how they got there, and then they're just going to give us a tour of their space. If there is a not nice person in the chat, bring that person to my attention and I will kick them out. This is a place for nice people, and if you're not nice, I don't have time for you, and it is my job to protect my guests from you. So I need community here, and I need solidarity, and I need everybody to help me get rid of them. However, I'm not saying that I think that's going to happen, because y'all look beautiful. I'm in gallery and I'm really enjoying it. So, but if you see someone, let me know. And if that person is changing their name and stuff, I will still find them. There's no ability to share a screen or be a jerk in any other way, so I'm sorry. But if someone is sharing video that you don't like or think is appropriate, please flag me, because I'm, doing a bunch of things. However, it is my job to protect my people, which is y'all. So, with that being said, I want to get us started and start highlighting this. And our first guest is so lovely. She actually, I think DM'd me at one of the Ask Me Anythings, and she was like, I'm a beginner, Siobhan, and I'm willing to, I can share my space. I don't mind. I can do it. And I was like, would you please? Because that would be wonderful. So I am bringing her to the light here. I'm spotlighting her. This is Kimberly. And Kimberly, I am now, I'm going actually back to the gallery. Ooh, I'm supposed to tell you guys how to use Zoom. So in the view, you can do speaker mode, and you can do, oh, I need to make this a co-host, but I don't know how to do it. Kimberly, do you need the other one, to be spotlit?
It is, I think.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead in case.
Okay.
I think it is.
I think it is too. I'm gonna remove. Hold on.
Yeah. I put speaker. Highlight speaker.
Okay, so I'm pinning. I'm gonna pin myself. I'm gonna spotlight myself. Remove all. Okay, continue. All right, hold on. I'm pressing buttons here, and I'm adding spotlight. Okay, ta-da. Okay, so she was like, I'm a beginner and I'm willing to share my space, and I just want to say thank you. So hopefully everyone can just give the Zoom kind of welcome, which is if you have a camera on and you want to give a little jazz hands up twinkles, we appreciate it. And yes, thank you, Donald, and thank you, Terry. And so I'm just gonna get it going here. Kim, do you mind just telling us a little bit about your journey, how you got into voiceover, and how you how you found your way to to build your home studio?
My background is acting. So I studied acting in school, and I feel like voiceover is just one of those things that just kind of came along. So I feel like I'm not sure how, like, it's one of those things that it was like, it felt like acting as well.
Okay.
Are you hearing? You hearing the
We got that reverb, but it's everyone else is muted, so it's a little bit of a thing we were kind of.
Let me get out of this. Okay. You can hear me now?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Jason's into it. We got people. We can hear you. Marvelous.
Okay. So my background, I studied acting, and voiceover sort of I feel like came with it, because I like commercials, and then you hear audio books, and you're like, oh, whose voice is that? And my voice is so different and unique. I always was interested in other actors. I'm like, oh, your voice. And I got to meet some really cool actors with voices that were sort of like mine, like Ann Mira and William Daniels, and you're just like, wow, your voice is so great. And voiceover came along in that I was like, well, what if people only heard my voice? Then how can I bring that across? What does that sound like? Will I sound natural? Will it sound this? Will it sound that? And that's sort of how I came along. Then I went to Edge. I found Edge online, I think in a Google search, and started taking some classes.
And so where are you right now? Have you recorded a demo?
I've purchased my demo from Edge, but I haven't recorded it yet. Like, my goal was to do it right before the pandemic hit. And so, no, I didn't get the demo done because then you guys closed, and then we were home. So then you guys started asking me anything. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I started coming to them, just writing down all the notes I could, waiting for you guys to open up. And then I was like, as soon as you guys open up, then I'm gonna jump on it.
Okay, so let's just all send some peer pressure energy to Kim's, like record your demo, beeping you, just like get it going. So,
Well, you
yeah,
guys are now in person now, right? This is now in person. So my goal is the end of the summer, maybe. My goal is the
okay,
end of the summer.
okay, yes, wonderful. And I recommend, and everybody who goes to the AMAs or knows me, like you know that I'm like, go put it on a calendar, schedule it, even if it's 2 months away, schedule it so that you can be accountable for it. Okay, that's like
Oh, I just schedule it.
schedule. Yes, Kim, schedule it. Then you'll push it to September. I'm telling you, that's my feeling. And Cole says you need to kill it, and Darlene says you got this, and Lee says you got this. Girl. So okay, I love to see it.
Yeah, it's time. It's so past time, guys. Thank you for the encouragement. It's so past time.
Here's what I want to say. When we've done these sessions, people have asked to hear from beginners because they've been like, oh, the advanced stuff is really cool, but it just feels so far from the reality of many members of our community. And so, Kimberly did a generous thing, and I just want to say it is vulnerable to show up and share your space with others. And she was like, "Okay, I'm willing. I can do it. I can do this. Like I'll share my space." And so, Kimberly, do you need me to pin your other your other one? Or are you going to operate from
Well,
this?
I I just left that so that you wouldn't hear back the reverb. But now I'm technically confused because so now do I sign off of my laptop and then just go on here, or so I can share?
Can you operate from the other one? Was that your plan that you would?
Yeah, right. And I was gonna reverse the camera
Okay.
because I'm
So
not
so
sure if you can see it from my laptop if I do that.
so bring that in, and I'm gonna remove the spotlight from you, and I'm gonna pin the iPad. Everyone, thanks for your patience as we navigate
Yes, thank you.
how we do stuff, and I can vamp if you want. I can do some stuff.
Okay. You still hit reverb, right?
No, nope, we're good.
Oh,
You
I
want
hear.
to turn that video on?
There you go.
Is she there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, amazing. Here we go. All right, stars. Thank you for your patience and your compassion. Here we go. I am so excited. Kim,
Okay.
how was your space?
That's the laptop I'm working from. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's super simple. There's my mic, and I have oh, I forgot what it's called. It's so I live in a Manhattan apartment, and my apartment faces a very noisy street. So I bought this. Of course, I forgot what it's called. Why would I remember what it's called? Oh, reflection filter. Thank you. Oh, good grief. Okay, so and I had to buy this super big stand at the bottom to be able to hold it because this thing is heavy.
Yeah.
Super simple. And so this is I'm just working from my desk in my bedroom. I have like no space, but that's it. Here's my headphones. I'm using the Focusrite, and I use Twisted Wave lights as my DAW.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And so essentially when you record your voice, you are just operating from the stand and the filter around the stand.
Right. And I do have one of those I didn't put it up, but music stands as well. Sometimes I put it there.
Okay. Okay. And this is well, how is it with sounds and acoustics and like, New York noise and all that stuff?
So weirdly, I think it's okay, but that's for me, it's for you guys to decide when I'm gonna do a consult with Dan Friedman.
Yeah.
Because yeah, because I don't know. I think I'm gonna end up with one of those whisper booths because if I'm gonna stay in this apartment, there's no way with the sirens and the and everything that I'm gonna. So when I record, I can hear um, the sound really nicely. I think when I play it back through Twisted Wave, but I'm not sure, you know, how professional it is once until I hear from like Dan or somebody else.
Yeah, and Kim is asking, "Hey Luke, welcome." Kim is asking, there's a Kim Richardson, and she wants to know what kind of mic do you have?
Oh, it says Sterling. I think it's ST51. I can look it up. I wrote it down somewhere, but it's a Sterling.
Okay,
It was about $100.
okay. So $100 mic. How much did you? I mean, you mind? The stand, the bass, and the filter you've got.
The filter was $200.
Mm-hmm.
The this thing filter was $200. I think the mic stand was like 110, but I think because it has a heavy bottom, and that's in order to hold it, and that's why I think it was so much.
Mm-hmm.
But but the reflector stand was 200. Was 200. The filter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. And so you work off of your laptop.
Hmm.
You've got your Focusrite. Um,
Right.
and anything else? And what kind of headphone? I mean, what kind of headphone?
Sony. This was like 100.
Mm-hmm.
So they're professional studio headphones.
Is your mic a USB mic?
No.
No. It goes into your Focusrite, right?
Right. Correct.
Mm-hmm. No. So the Focusrite is not a DAW. Kim, will you tell us what the Focusrite is for? What that does? What is that?
Oh, it's the interface that hopefully I'm saying this right. Takes my sound from my mic into my DAW, my twisted wave.
Yes. So essentially, folks who are asking, an interface is a great word that sounds really complicated, but it's essentially like the communicator. It helps the mic communicate with the digital audio workstation, which could be anything from Twisted Wave to Audacity to Pro Tools, depending on what you fancy. Do you like Twisted Wave?
I do. I was using that before as practice, but then I found it really easy to use, and I think Pro Tools might have been like above me for like engineers or whatever. So I was like, okay, I don't need to do all that for right now. I just need to figure out how to just do the basic recording and understanding how to listen to my playback and things like that. But so Twisted Wave came in great, and it came in on my iPad and also for phone, which means I can practice sort of anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And when you're working off your iPad, you put your iPad on your music stand. Is that right?
My iPad, no, I usually just from where I'm sitting, like if I'm just in the bed or on the couch, that's more to just practice so I can play back. But when I try and be serious, I just go to the mic and I do from my laptop, which is a MacBook Pro.
I'm always serious, so I'm glad to hear that you and him are also, doing the serious thing. Um, I just want to say, I feel like someone said something really nice like earlier. Marcelo says, "You got this, Kim. It feels scary at first, even leading up to minutes before your demo, but you can do it, and it's a fun process as well."
Oh, thank you. It's
And
getting a
a
lot
lot.
easier because as an actor, what happens is now that there's a lot of self-tape auditions, my bedroom is for audio stuff, and then my living room has a bunch of stuff set up for my self-tape auditions. So it's like I have all this stuff that very nicely folds up and goes into the closet, um, which is nice about like the mic can go back into the case, like things like that could just fold up like this back here and just go into some case that I can just stick in the closet.
I just want to say too, for everybody to hopefully feel some solace in that. I live in a studio apartment, and I gotta take things down constantly, put stuff up and take them down.
Hmm.
And so I just want people to hopefully feel encouraged by this, that like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you have to start somewhere. And
Yeah.
so Kim, I really appreciate you showing us this like super bare bones. But what she's saying that she can still do by booking a session with Dan, by someone who's a professional in the home studio world, they can help you level up according to where you are at. And doing that is better than not doing it, y'all. If you're like, oh, this space isn't good enough, then you're never going to do it. So just get started and understand that it is a journey. And it's really awesome that we've got Kim to sort of show us that it's like, Dave is not here. Like, F it. I'm just starting. I'm just doing this. I'm putting this stuff up. Fuck it. Carolyn says your voice is awesome and the VO world needs you.
Thank you.
People got my nice people lecture. I was like, I'm not. Oh, and other people are expressing solidarity for loud things outside of their apartments. Go, Kim. Have you identified a time of day that is more quiet than other times?
Yes, because of COVID, and it's sad to say, the crime rate has picked up in the city. So at night, it's quieter than it's ever been because I guess people are going inside. So at night, it's really quiet when, in this city, it never was before. So like now it's good. There's no sirens, there are no people, there's no buses. It's weird. So like right about now and then closer into the night is a good time to record.
Yeah. Okay. Michael asks, what genre of voiceover are you looking to focus on?
Um, and oh man, and David told me what like it's the ones where it's the History Channel, like, the Discovery Channel, the soft soothing type of, authoritative, any of that kind of stuff. I think isn't it called documentary styles? Like, yeah, oh yeah, the documentary style stuff.
Narration, it sounds like.
Is it narration? Okay.
Yeah, like a general sort of narration demo is.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna just say, y'all, I highly recommend a narration demo because I book way more when I do voiceover. I book narration. There's just a lot of options in the narration universe, um, of work that you can get. Documentary, and you have a great voice for narration. I could listen, y'all. I love you guys. This is beautiful. Okay. And all right, there's other amazing questions. And Craig says, right on, looking forward, Kimberly, to hearing your demos on your website soon. There's just,
Hey.
okay.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, amazing voiceover people. And Terry's asking, should you put actual work on a narration demo? If you are compositing a demo for yourself, I say go for it. If you are recording a demo just based on the kind of work you think you ought to get, then you've got a wider range of things you can do. So we can get more into that in a moment. Kim, is there anything else that you want to show us or tell us before I let you go for now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I watched the last one, and the people who had the super duper studios, I was like, I don't think I should be showing anything. I'm like, I got a pole and a and a laptop, but we're good.
Yeah, but like I said at the pre-show, I was like, people are asking for you, so they're like, where's the beginners? So tell a beginner figuring things out, looking to record a demo. We retweet. We want you all to see this. You should definitely everybody start somewhere, and it's so important. And in fact, it's like what the people want. So thank you so much for showing us. I'm gonna bring you back in just a moment. But for now, I appreciate you. So here we go.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And welcome to the stage. We got Terry. Terry is an amazing individual. Y'all, just for fun facts, Terry and I went to the same undergrad. We went to Towson University in Baltimore County, and I'm just so happy to have him here with us tonight. Terry, how are you doing?
Doing good. See you in the house.
To you in the house. Did they call it T unit when you went there?
They did not.
Called it T unit, so that's what they.
I'm a little older than you are, Siobhan.
I wasn't sure. These days I'm just like, don't guess anybody's age because people can really fool you. So, woo. Okay, Terry, tell us about you. Tell us how you got into voiceover and yeah, what's going on with you? Where you're at on this journey?
Okay, so I always was using my voice when I was growing up. I began with singing and then moved to poetry and then naturally moved to hip hop and actually did that at TU a lot. So yeah, we actually used to do shows at Towson, which was super fun. And that's how I got into it. Um, and I've always, it's something that I have literally my entire life wanted to do, but I never like really thought it was an attainable goal. And then last year I said, you know what? What the hell? So let me actually just throw it out there and see what's the worst that could happen.
Yeah. So essentially, you like Kim, you've been in the performing arts, and over time you were just like, I should also try voiceover?
Yep, but I've never been in acting. So that was a even my mind, I didn't even really understand that voiceover was acting. I had to come to that.
Oh boy, yeah. When I coach, I'm like, nope, who's your character? Who's your scene partner? All this stuff. Even when you're doing a commercial, which I'm like, I know it's awkward, but it's just pretend it's a fantasy world. And like, you're just totally pretending that it makes sense to tell your loved one that they absolutely have to, purchase this app. So, and life is acting, says Gwelda. So, Terry, then when you started to begin your voiceover journey, how did you end up, like, at what point were you like, I have to build a voiceover my home studio?
It did not take very much time at all for me to build. If you remember I got my back here. I told you I have a homage to my first booth that I built. If you remember, I used to have my blue and black booth. I saw a video online and I just made it out of like styrofoam and just foam, acoustic foam. I was like, you know what? I originally started off with having a desk on a microphone on a desk, just like everybody usually does. And then I saw that video and I was like, I could do that because it was foam, and tape. There was no construction whatsoever, and it served me well for a year.
Amazing. Okay, and then some changes happened, right?
And then some changes happened. Then, well, it wasn't even a whole year. It was like, I'm gonna say 9 months. And then after 9 months, I started booking some things. And after I started booking some things, I was like, hey, you know what? There's people always mowing the lawn outside. You'll see when we go outside the booth, but my setup, this is my man cave. It is underneath my living room. And of course, we have the squeakiest boards on earth in the living room. So every time I'm recording, and you can hear people walking across the floor. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do as the best thing that I can do to try to improve my sound quality. So I took what I made from a couple of audio books that I did, and I just reinvested in equipment.
So, in your space, you've built yourself here?
The original space I built myself. This one is a kit.
Okay.
Yeah, I purchased this from a place called a website called Radiate World, in Jersey. So if you New Yorkers, you get free shipping. This is pretty, yeah, it's pretty good for the price. I got to tell you, look it up.
We love to see free.
Say
So,
it again. Say the name again.
I was Radiate World.
Drop it in the chat, please. Thanks.
I got you before we get off.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
I
you.
got Radiate World. I think I typed it already.
Oh, okay, we get it.
I know. I'm like,
And
oh,
that's two eights, not it's radiate, like R88.
oh, okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Um, so Terry, do you wanna? Shall I? I know I've got you somewhere. Let me go to my gallery. Shall I spotlight um, your other thing?
Oh no, no, we'll stay on this one. We'll stay on this one.
Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, I see.
You're welcome.
You know,
Okay. So let's start. Let's start outside. I'm gonna flip this around. Give me one sec.
yes, you're gonna do the full tour, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do the full tour. Like I said, this is my in the basement of my house. This is my man cave. So everything in here is handmade pretty much. So I wanted to make sure that I let everybody see my inspiration. See when I'm recording, that's right outside of my booth window. So and this is what the booth looks like on the outside.
It's so beautiful, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you. And there's my fold out couch in case I'm working too late. So but I got my fireplace down here to keep us warm in the winter if I need to work in the cold, because obviously it's a basement, so it's very cold. And best part, mini bar.
That's my favorite part, y'all. I've told Terry I'm so proud of him. I was like, I love this booth.
Okay, so I have my setup out here, and this is just a regular like TV tray. So I have my computer set up outside of my booth because this does have fans. So I wanted to make sure that I took away that background noise and all of the things. This is my connection, so everything in the booth. You may not be able to see this, but I'll see. So I have everything running through a little hole right there
Mm-hmm.
to go inside. And like I said, this entire thing, go Bears. Um, this thing is a kit. So all of these panels here, they come off in like it's like 3 of them here. All right, we got LED lighting. It's gonna blind you for a minute, but I'll give you that right there. And as you can see my girl right outside, like I said when I'm recording.
You gotta see her.
So
It's
gotta
important.
see her, gotta see her. All right, and my dimmer switch to try to keep it. The approximate dimensions and are it's exact. It's not approximate. It's 3.3.5 feet by 5.5 feet because that is exactly what I needed for this space. This is the exact footprint of what my first booth was, and I needed it to fit in the exact space. So when I contacted them, I looked every site I could possibly find to try to find one, but they were all 6x4. So I personally contacted them. I said, I understand that you have standard sizes, but I need one that is exactly this size. And they accommodated me. Okay, so there's my screen. So that's where I do. And then here is my mic. I have an AT3035. It's like an old school tank mic. But a lot of the tech guys really love it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I read my scripts off of. This is the Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
I have the wireless keyboard here,
Mm-hmm.
and this was my original setup right there. That's just that shield right there and a microphone. It was just on a stand,
And
so
that
I
looks
still
like
have that.
Kim's. That looks like Kim's. So he's
Yep,
like, we're literally looking at the journey, y'all, from like
you
where
are.
you go from there to here.
Yep. Okay, so this is the one thing that is bad about my setup. It's not bad, but that I had to find a workaround. There is no electricity on this side of this room. We built this room from scratch. So the entire room, not just the booth. So I don't have electricity on this side on the wall over here because it was just too expensive at the time. We never got around to it. So I run cords underneath. Behind that hat over there, there's a plug, and I run cords underneath all of this flooring through this hole back here. And that's where they are. That's my octopus wires right there.
Mm-hmm. We
Yep. And
we've all got them. We've all fire
yep.
hazards. What? What?
And those are my monitors down there. I keep them underneath because I don't want them to get as you saw earlier, Siobhan, they can get terrible feedback if I'm too close.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yep. I have my captain's chair, not quite as pink as Siobhan's, but
We do love to see my pink chair, but
we
but
do
still
love
you
your
gotta get
chair.
a comfortable chair. Um,
Yeah. Oh,
it,
and I do have the Scarlett Solo interface. That's the one where it just has the one plug-in. And
mhm.
this is my webcam. I wasn't gonna buy a new one because I have so many old iPhones. I said, hey, that could be useful. So I just downloaded an app and that's what I use as my webcam.
Hell
I
yeah.
guess this is my little shelving that I got back here. My painting from my daughter and like I said, my homage to my original booth back there. So we don't have the hard sound bouncing back into the microphone from behind me. My fan.
Yeah.
Um, you
Is
go ahead.
that your AC, Terry? That little fan?
This is just a regular fan so that I can just circulate air in.
uh, for my TikTok people, there was this trend. There was this trend going on that was like, it was like it's hell in there. You have to be crazy to survive, and all these voice actors were applying it to being a voice actor in the summer, and it's like it's
Yeah,
hell in there, and basically, if you are, you're sweaty in there, and most voice actors are sweaty, right,
you're
Terry?
definitely good. Yeah, you got to break it on down in the summertime. you got to break that. To answer Andrew's question, I'm sorry, not Andrew's, Marcelo's question. The ventilation that I have a vent built in underneath here, and I just use my fan to basically circulate the air. And in between reads, I open the door, turn the fan on, just try to get fresh air in.
Mm.
And that is basically, and I use Beats headphones. I don't have professional studio headphones, but they sound pretty great to me.
Terry, your Kindle mount is attached. It attaches to your microphone base, right?
Yes, the Rode. Did I not say about the Rode? I have a Rode stand. The original stand that I had was just like an Amazon Basic, and it was not strong enough to take this tank mic when I upgraded my microphone.
Uh-huh.
So between having the Kindle attached to it, this actually did come with the Amazon Basic stand, and I kept it when I got my new Rode one.
And did you get your new stand from B&H, or where'd you pick that puppy up?
I actually think I got it from Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. Okay, yeah. I feel like it's pretty much a Sweetwater and B&H kind of world,
Pretty
y'all.
much. Yeah.
Ooh, and I'm actually gonna wait to ask you this question because it's a fun question that I'm gonna ask like both people. I had another question about your space. People are asking if there is special flooring.
The flooring is exact. I know I didn't. Oh, I didn't show everybody Siobhan's favorite part, which is my cow print rug. Um,
Oh, it's not my
but
favorite part.
but it's basically the exact same material that is made up of the walls of the studio, but without the foam, and it's a carpeted instead.
Mm-hmm. Um, okay. Amazing. And the arm of your road stand, is it attached to your desk?
It is, although I wish that it was not, because I am expressive when I'm doing that. And the
Uh-huh.
old one that I had used to be attached to here.
Okay.
The road one, it's too thick. The base is too thick. That's what the base looks like. So the base is too thick, so I had to put it on the back side of the desk.
Mm.
But
Okay.
at least like this one, I can actually stand while I'm working. So that is a bit of a game changer.
Okay. Amazing. Darlene, Terry said that he got the arm actually in a previous mic stand from Amazon. But Amazon has a lot of Kindle arms and iPad base options that other voice actors have represented. So or have recommended, forgive me. So oh, Terry, people want to know how tall your booth is.
It is 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall. Glorious.
7 feet tall. Yeah. So it's 7 feet tall outside, but the floor. Let me see if I can try to. The floor, you see, it's elevated a bit. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is elevated a bit from the outside. So it's actually a step up to come inside.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
saw somebody asked about the price earlier.
Yeah.
Um, it was basically $2,000. Um, but the shipping was $700 for me because it had to come from New York to Maryland. So yeah, the shipping was outrageous, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Man, it's hard to be from Maryland, and I know because I am too. So it's you got that Maryland tax. Okay, can you post the link? Oh, yeah, Terry, can you post the link for the booth company that you
I will. It's
if it is
okay.
if
I
it
don't
is
have the link, but I can give you the name.
okay. Well, yeah, a name we can Google. We've got the powers, the abilities. All right, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bring us all to the
Oh,
state.
Alex got it up there.
Oh, Alex, hell yeah! Look, you just need a little help from our friends, and we got this.
That's it.
So yeah, quick draw. Funny. Okay, there was a question that I want to pitch to you both. So we got Terry, we got Kim here, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Kim. I think I know the answer based on your setup, but Kim, do you stand or sit when you record?
Both. That's why I want to get one of those arms. So I stand most of the time.
Yeah.
But I want to learn how to sit as well to do longer things.
Yes. Longer things when standing is harder.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, do you stand or sit when you record?
Yes.
Damn
depends on it depends on the project. Obviously, you're not gonna stand doing it. Well, I mean, I won't say obvious. I'm sure there's some people that do, but I cannot stand doing an audiobook. That's an amazing amount of time investing. So standing doing an audiobook would I can't imagine anyone doing it. If I'm doing an audition for a video game, I need to be more active and have some space to move around. And, like I said, I'm more of a physical kind of actor. When you see I'm talking with my hands right now, more of a physical actor. So I do stand when I'm doing things like that, or commercial reads where I need to be brighter.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Terry. I cannot relate. What I do know, y'all, is that whatever you do, you got to commit to it. So if you're doing a project and you're starting it standing, you cannot suddenly finish that project sitting. That is the universal advice. Pick your poison and just drink that poison. So, but audiobooks, it's very controversial in the audiobook world if you are standing because your sweet little tush is going to be standing up for a long time. So it's really important to consider as you develop your space how you want to physically be. I will say I relate to Terry in terms of I feel more like official sometimes when I'm standing. She says as she's like obviously sitting, but I feel more like I feel more official, when I'm like standing. So I think sometimes that feels good, but I am not an audiobook narrator. So I don't really know what that experience is like, and that's something that my audiobook folks are gonna have to decide. And so yes, Kyle, I think your name is Kyle. That is exactly right. There's a different quality simply in what is happening in your body when you are standing or sitting, the how you're with your voice. So your client is looking for consistency. And so delivering consistently through your physicality is really important when you are recording. Seating can be more grounded, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, I guess I can pitch this question to the crew. And this time we will start with Terry. Terry, how are you getting auditions, or do you do online casting sites, or where do you look for your work?
I just started with voices.com about a month ago. Not even maybe like 3, 4 weeks ago. Before that, I was on Mandy, but they just didn't have enough voiceover stuff specific. And I have 5 agents.
He said 5 agents, y'all.
Or agencies. I would say agencies.
Terry, how'd you get those agents?
I took the list of agents and I contacted every single one of them and sent them my demo.
Okay, and he identifies as an introvert. So if he can do it, then so can y'all. Like if he's like putting himself out there via some cold emails, then you guys can do it too. I mean, truly, it's so
Expect
much
a
of
lot
this
of
is
rejection.
lots of rejection and
Lots of rejection.
spinning the wheels. So that's wonderful. Nailed it with audition. Oh, and people are saying inspiration and encouraged. We love that. Okay, Kim, where do you find auditions?
Right now I'm not. My goal is to finish my demo. So I'm in the process of picking my pieces, deciding what's to go on the demo. But things like it's weird because things like casting networks for like regular auditions for acting auditions, I always see voiceover or I get them in my emails. I'm like, I can't send a demo yet. I'm not ready. So to get this demo done, I just need to do it.
Okay, and so for folks who are like considering training at Edge Studio, the way we compose demos, and I've done it, so I can speak to that, is for my commercial demo, I looked for a variety of different kinds of texts that might be jobs that I could like, book. Where I do a children's doll, and I have like a kind of like sexy beach resort, and I have a few different kinds of styles of commercials. I advertise hamburgers. I'm a vegan, but I did it. Like you sort of pick a few different kinds of um, copy, and you can compile it from websites of products that you like, and then you put together a quick little spot, and then we practice those spots with you at Edge, and we record your minute long commercial demo. The narration demo I think is 90 seconds. I have one. I don't even know how long it is anymore. Woo! But so and it's your coach's job to say, hey, this is great copy, or no, this is not the right copy for you. Which is why I really encourage training, because I learned so much about my voice. Believe it or not, I felt like I had a low kind of sophisticated Shakespearean actor voice, and my coaches are like, you have a chirpy millennial voice, and I was like, what? So I mean, this just a good example for why training is good. Terry is laughing at me. And rejections are part of the gig, says Anne. Okay, so okay, I'll throw a question to Terry from Marcelo. Did any of the agents that you that responded to, did they ask or require some work experience before officially, signing you as an agent?
I don't have an answer to that question because I was incredibly lucky at the very beginning, and I made my demo, and I gave my demo to a random guy at a store that I was working at the time, and the guy's like, he turned out to be an actor, so he then plugged me. He said, "I'm gonna give you a demo." He liked the demo. He said, "I'm gonna give your demo to the director of the movie that I'm going to be in next month." So he gave the director the demo, and the director cast me in the movie based on my voiceover demo. So I had work before I could ever even send my demo out to anyone.
Y'all, I'm dropping a blog post here in the chat from Brian Wiggins, who was on our show and tell a few months ago. And he talks about how he texted like every poor, fucker in his phone, and was like, hey, I just recorded a demo. Do you know anybody who might need
I
and
saw
he
that.
and he's like,
Hilarious.
most people didn't respond, but one person did, and I got a regular client from that person. And I didn't even know the person I texted that well, but she like hooked me up. So it really is spinning the wheels, putting yourself out there, and like just trying to be as brave as you possibly can, which I know is so hard because it's so weird when you send something and nobody responds, but you just have to keep doing it. And it's really, really, it's totally helpful. Kim, what is your favorite thing about your setup right now? Right now, as it is.
Um, that I have room. I know it's weird because some of these apartments be so small. I like that there is space for it. That I made the space for it.
Yep, yep. So, kind of, it sounds like that it's yours, and that it's like this literal physical symbol of something that you've begun.
Yeah, and that it's working. That everything is sort of thought out as I could fold this up or take it out and then put it up, then put it away. Like it's working as a plan.
And it sounds like, correct me, but I think you're talking about the $500 budget sort of range. Yeah?
Yes, although yes, that too. And although I would have spent more if I was ready to go. Does that make sense? Like because I don't have a demo, it doesn't make much sense yet to just be like, let me put this money in until the demo's done.
I you gotta get like the demo, y'all. The demo is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mwah, it's very important. She's like promoting voiceover education. We love to see it. But yes, I think like it's yeah. So y'all, I want you to consider like what could get you going. So it's even something you could fold up And I know I'm excluding the price of a laptop because those are like $1,500, but you know, there we go. Um, and Terry, what is your favorite thing about your studio space as it is right now?
As it is right now, I can literally walk in here and I can close the door, and it's like I'm in an entirely different place. I can, if I'm having a bad day, I can find something stupid to read, or just that's it's an escape room pretty much for me. So that's yeah.
If if y'all have not had that kind of studio space yet, or have not been to a professional one yet, I truly believe that it's one of the most magical places where you close a door and I feel like suddenly I don't even have to hear myself, if that makes sense. I feel like my own, like everything in my brain is like, oh my God, I don't even hear that anymore because I just get to focus in the space. And so what Terry just said is like goals, everybody, because like that's how you get to focus and how you work and how you are able to just hone in on the text and like be your best self in a peaceful space. Terry, I want to ask you this because someone asked earlier, and I think it's important because it's confusing. Do you have any thoughts or feelings about RAM or processing power of an appropriate laptop or desktop for voiceover?
No,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't say not RAM. I would say what is important is the amount of actually disk storage, because you have no idea how much how many recordings that you have. And so I've been doing this for a little over a year, and I probably have, I want to say, about 1,000 recordings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have you need an external hard drive. I'm just gonna put it to you like that, because you don't want to slow your computer down. You want to make sure you keep all your computing power, but you are going to need a lot of storage, just for practice, if nothing else.
Just for practice. And yeah, so a
Mhm.
big ass external, I think is that's the official title, the terminology. Um,
Yes. I
exactly.
think if you have a laptop, you need an external anyway. So that's just me.
100. My laptop is always like, Siobhan, are you really making me do this tonight? Especially since the pandemic when everything just been here. It's like it was like we were not prepared for this level of labor, but here we are. So oh, and Michael likes your shirt. Yeah, Tribe Called Quest, that's like our theme tonight. Um okay, and you guys are you so funny. Secondhand is your best friend. Okay, we got this is good. Everybody is amazing. So okay, so Kim, what is the next step you are like okay, when you record your demo, what's your next step for what you will do with your studio space?
Depending on what Dan says about um, professional sounding, I need to get it up to professional sounding. So if that requires me, I'm not sure how that would be, like putting stuff everywhere, but getting it to where the sound quality is professional, because um, I'd be wasting my time otherwise. Like I'm gonna be competitive, so in order to do that, I need to have professional sounding equipment. So once the demo is done, then making sure that everything is um, set up for me to audition, and then I can go from there. Like because rejections will be because I'm not right for the role, not because I don't have the right equipment.
Mm, that's exact. Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
That that is the way. I've just dropped in the chat our home studio consultations with Dan Friedman. And when in doubt, y'all, I can't I'm just gonna stress this. Obviously, I'm like I work for Edge, but if you don't do it at Edge, like whatever you do, booking time with a professional is so worth it because it cuts through the noise. You having to research stuff, read articles. Okay, people asked about books. Books are great, but in my opinion, just book a session. It saves so much time from reading a book. Someone can literally talk to you, listen to you, look at your space, and give you their professional feedback in 1 hour. It is like it's more money than a book, absolutely, but it's like your time is so valuable, my people. So really consider that and consider as you move forward, and if you're feeling super lost, spending time with a professional is not gonna do you dirty. It's gonna be totally worth it.
can I say something about that? I booked a session with David, and I asked him, "How do you know you're ready to record your demo?" And he just like, boop, 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 boop. And it was like, that's what I need to know. Like cut through the noise, like you said, and just lets me know what I need to prepare for, what I should be looking for to focus on it. And that was so much easier. I was like, all right then.
I mean, you deserve to cut through the noise. Like
Mm-hmm.
you deserve to like have that, and then you can and give a tangible goal for you as an individual to be able to work towards. And David, don't play, says
And
Terry. Mama,
that's good because that's true. That's what you're paying for.
that's why you pay. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah, David's not as nice as me. So you that's why David, that's why you get David because I can't talk to you about your studio because I'll just be like, I love it. But but David will be like, right, which is important. A consultation, yes, yes, yes. Terry, what about you? Are you feeling like your studio is where you want it to be? Now I've got New York sounds happening, but what would your next step with your studio be?
Upgrading the actual recording equipment. I love my 3035, but I think that with the I think it's called timbre of your voice. I think I need a 416 or something at least on that kind of like a shotgun level. Because like I said, I am down on the other side of this wall is my laundry room. So I need something a bit more directional if I can get it. So that's hopefully I book something great soon and I can get that 416.
Uh, Absolutely. And we all send many blessings and tidings of you booking the thing that gets the next thing. I also think you raise a good point in, sometimes it really is about working where you're at to book a gig, and that gig goes towards the studio. Sorry,
Yes.
I might mean, I know Michael Fleming is still here, and we've talked about like, having a full-time job while you work on your voiceover career. And that kind of sucks, but it's also like sometimes we got to do what we got to do because this is a passion. It is not something that you can just do. So if anyone's like, "Oh, it's great. You're just doing voiceover." You correct them and you say, "I work my sweet tush off." So do not tell me that I just did it because it's freaking hard. Um, Amazing. Okay, Terry, Craig is asking what software you're using. I think he might be asking about your dog.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. I use Audacity to record, and then I use Isotope RX9 standard to clean up the audio.
Mm, okay, 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 okay. So, with that, I feel like we went over y'all. Sorry. Hey, a message to the group. Sorry that we started so late. Uh, I didn't know how big our Zoom account at Studio was, and there was another class going on, and I was like, "Am I gonna crash it if I open this thing?" And I had to call my boss, and like, I think I stressed her out. So, oops. But anyway, um, okay. Okay. Ashley is asking some interesting questions. Um, Isotope RX9 standard. Is that right, Terry?
Correct.
Yes. And then Kim, have you ever thought about doing accents for your voiceover work?
no, but it came up for acting, so I'm thinking about like learning some.
Mm-hmm. I would say for the most part, the way the industry is right now is that they want us to be authentically ourselves.
Authentic.
Yes. So if you're putting on a voice, I think that you're thinking more towards the animation and character world, the audiobook world, right? But if we're doing commercial and narration, we want to be as much ourselves as we possibly can because people want to hear a voice that feels like is talking to them personally. So I think that that's something to think about too as we are training and working and building is like how do I communicate as my best self to the world so that they can hear me uh, in a personal way. Um, yes. Okay. Instagram. All right. Amazing. So I know I want to let people go live their lives. So Kim, I guess my last question for you would be like, what are your like goals as a voice actor? And they can be broad, they can be like, um, short term and specific and small, or they can be long term and big, or what is there anything to just leave us with of like your hopes that we can help sort of give you a little boost for before we go.
I think my future goals, I'm going to be a little more deliberate about the jobs I take. I know it sounds weird because I haven't had any jobs, but I've been learning that with my voice, people stop and listen. So I don't want to just be saying anything. So I'm be more deliberate about what I say, and why I'm saying it. Is because people, they stop, they listen, and I'm like, oh, who's that saying that? Why is she saying that? And so if people are going to stop and listen, I mean, let me be, sort of solid in what I'm saying.
Mm, mm. I think that that is very inspirational. Don't just say like whatever, like pick your stuff.
Right.
And when I'm coaching, I talk to people about this too. Um, the more you can niche yourself, the more you can be specific about the kinds of work you're trying to get. Obviously, we're all trying to grow and be
Mhm.
versatile, but if you know yourself and your kind of keywords and your style, that's going to be better for you. Also, if you want to follow Kimberly on Instagram, I've got her handle right there. So go follow her, be her fan, and be friends. She also gave me a little bit of a list of her equipment, and I'll put this in the community forum on Edge Studio, but that is that one. And but this is some of the stuff that she told me about, just for you to consider and think about. Terry, for you, what about your goals? Large or small, broad or specific? Anything you want to share with us?
Well, my eventual goal is to do this full time. I do love running my business, don't get me wrong, but this is what I love. I love doing this. I wish I could do it just all day, every day, you know. Um, so of course you want to get that big booking so that you're financially sound, and then you could do the things that you want to do after you're like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, I want everyone here to book a big fancy gig that like is a returning client forever. That's the thing. But I especially want to send that energy towards Terry tonight. Terry has some a lot of excellent. I hope these come up as links. We'll see. Here we go. If you want to follow, yeah, okay. This is all Terry. If you want to follow him on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, sorry, I got a little choppy, as well as the kind of gear that he works with. Marilyn Morpheus. If you are like, oh my gosh, there's so much great content in this chat. My people, if you're on a desktop and you scroll to the bottom right of the chat, there's a little ellipses, three dots, and you can save that chat when you click on it. So you can just have all the goodies in on your desktop, and feel good about that. Once again, I want to just give everybody a little bit of our information here at Edge Studio. This is our link tree with all the links to our upcoming courses and the things we got going on, which is, some good stuff, as I've mentioned. If you are like, oh my gosh, I really need some help with home studio stuff, obviously, as we're here talking about, my friend, Dan Friedman, he's a doll. He's amazing. Book a session with him and talk to him about your very specific space. James Andrews, again, talk about fancy gigs. This workshop is designed to train you towards the luxury brands and to get you going in that direction, away from like the stuff that pays us $2.50 an hour. It's like, please, that's not even whatever when you're talking about luxury. And then I've got the key to commercial, which is James Andrews' upcoming class on obviously, commercial voiceover in in a more general sense, if you're like not even ready or overwhelmed to think about commercial, or about luxury brands and things like that. Finally, my new people, investigate voiceover is what we recommend. It's a 3-hour class that gives you everything you need to know about your beginner's questions and your journey, and it comes with a coach talking to you about your voice and what they would recommend for your journey if they recommend for you to pursue this as a career. I do not have an answer about this. Is not my gamer girl chair. My partner got me this chair. I don't even know what brand this chair is, and I know everyone likes to talk about my chairs, and I just don't know what to tell you guys tonight. But I do want to thank everyone who has attended this. Like, you guys have been here. We've had such a special evening tonight, getting to talk to two amazing, friendly, wonderful individuals. And I want to express so much gratitude. Yes, Jason, it was helpful. Listen, y'all, it's really means a lot to me. I really appreciate having holding space like this and being able to share space with you. We had only angels in the Zoom tonight, and that's what Terry and Kim deserve. I combined them into one name. That's what Terry and Kim deserve. And so I just want to again just express gratitude to all of you for attending. And then finally, in general, like, you know, life is hard and voiceover work is stressful. So, Terry and Kim, thank you both so much for being here. And y'all, I hope you have a great night. I'm gonna post
Thank
this
you.
on YouTube. Kim, thank you for being with us. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having me, Siobhan.
I'm so appreciative. And y'all, like up Twinkle, like jazz hands for her because she like showed like her like bare bone space. Like she's like, I'm a beginner. I haven't booked work yet. I'm working towards my demo, and like that's brave as heck. And so like freaking thank you. And Terry, thank you, my friend Terry. It is great to have you in this space. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, with that, y'all, we appreciate you so much.
Yeah.